Ladies and gentlemen, your opening contest this evening is a singles match scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. And it is for the Atlantic Pro Wrestling New England Championship.
So we are kicking things off big tonight, Drew, with the APW New England title on the line. Owen Brody, who just last month claimed that title over Stiff Mike, is making his
Introducing first, making his way to the ring from Pikeville, Kentucky, weighing in at 200 pounds, Landon Hale.
Making his APW debut.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Army knife, professional wrestling. He can take it to the air, he can take it to the mat, and he can strike with the best of them.
Absolutely, and he's going to have to bring all that tonight because Owen, since the Dynamite Death Squad, it's on a roll like we haven't heard him in a while.
Absolutely. Landon Hale is ready to light it up.
Absolutely. His opponent, however, is a man who, well, let's just say, doesn't typically travel alone. He always has a little backup with him, and we'll see if tonight is any different in that regard. A man who fancies himself the O-Bro. And there you hear the music of the...
His opponent from Trenton, New Jersey, weighing in at 200 pounds, representing the Dynamite Death Squad, he is the Atlantic Pro Wrestling New England Champion, Owen Brody.
And how fitting, Drew, that our first match here on Fight TV, our first match in this historic new era, this new dawn, if you will, of APW, the guy out here for the first match, Champagne Joe Moakley, a guy I have said for years is the straw that stirs the drink in Atlantic Pro Wrestling. Anything that's going on around here, he's got his fingerprints all over it.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm immediately thinking about is this young man, Landon Hale, the pressure he must be feeling in a brand new area, all the way from Kentucky, coming to New England to fight for the New England title in front of the APW faithful here.
Absolutely, and I got to tell you, his resume is very extensive. This is not a guy that just walked through the door and they went, hey, have a title shot. This is a guy who brings credentials to the table. APW management stood up, took notice, and they said, if you're coming in big time. APW New England title match.
Well, he's no backyarder. He was trained by none other than Robert Gibson.
One half of the famous Rock and Roll Express, obviously one of the greatest tag teams of all time. You know, it's funny having you out here. Typically, I have one of those old guys out here who go on for about 20 minutes about the Rock and Roll Express.
Well, I'm no spring chicken.
And we are about ready. Referee Tony S. going over everything with the competitors, and we are about set. That belt held aloft, that beautiful APW New England Championship, the second biggest prize, if you will, in APW, and we are going to see the reigning APW heavyweight champion, Ilya Markopoulos, out here a little bit later in tag team action. We'll talk about that as we go along. But we are about set for the bell to ring on our first match on Fight TV. Let's get this thing going, ladies and gentlemen. We are underway from the APW arena. And it'll be interesting to see this. Owen Brody, typically a guy that sits back and waits and takes everything in. He'll take a little punishment early in the match to take mental notes and exploit a weakness later on.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Owen Brody turns every match into a chess versus checkers situation. The master tactician, the strategist. But what's super interesting to me is I can't wait to see what does the master tactician do against the man who can't be scouted.
Absolutely. I don't know how much film footage Owen Brody was able to get his hands on as it relates to Landon Hale. We're going to have to see if maybe he's sort of learning on the fly here tonight.
Well, I mean, I got to tell you, it's going to be Landon Hale. You never know what angle he's going to come at you from. So no matter how much you can scout him until the cows come home. This guy's going to throw you a curveball every step of the way.
Absolutely, and the trick to a curveball is foul it off, and we're going to see if Owen Brody can do that here tonight. He's got that arm wringer now early on, trying to take out the arm, and that's a strategy we've seen Owen Brody use a lot, is he really works that arm and tries to make his opponents open arm man in the contest here. Headlock takeover now. And now see, when he applies that headlock takeover, Drew, you notice how he puts the good to the distance between those legs. That's absolutely there to prevent Owen Brody from being able to pop those hips and get up.
Well, I would say that's a testament to the training, again, by Robert Gibson. But like we said before, scouted every step of the way. The master strategist there, Owen Brody now, with the reversal.
And Landon Hale, a guy who prides himself on his technique. He feels like everything should be executed perfectly.
Wow.
Wow, I don't know about that. You know, we've talked about Owen Brody always having backup, maybe taking a shortcut here or there, but let's make no mistake about it. Owen Brody can go in that ring, and I don't know that you want to get him fired up by mocking him like that, rubbing his head.
Well, again, with Owen Brody always being one step ahead of his opponents, I can't imagine that's going to get in his head too much.
All right, well, they are circling each other again, almost like a restarting here. They both got a couple shots in. They both took some mental notes, and now we're back at it here. Test of strength, if you will. And both men down to one knee here. No one really getting the edge. And as I say that, Owen Brody bends him backwards here. Landon Hale showing tremendous core strength with that bridge there and powering back up. What? Oh, look at that. Kicks that leg out to free the arm and now circles back around that side headlock takeover. And again, the beautiful technique using those legs. I'll tell you what, I'm very impressed with my first look here at Landon Hale.
Well, I'll tell you, that'd be amazing if this guy can come all the way from Kentucky and walk out of here with the New England Championship, and he is well on his way to doing just that.
And, of course, that begs the question, does he take that APW New England title back with him to Kentucky if he wins here tonight? What do we do at that point? That's a decision for managing partner Mike Gerard to make, but certainly something that has to be a consideration, and I'm sure Owen Brody has a lot of pride in that New England title and doesn't want to see that happen.
Waiting now to see Landon Hale, and if he goes ahead and switches up the game plan, I told you this guy not only can take it to the mat, but he can go airborne in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I've heard very, very good things about Landon Hale. I've heard he is able to, he can fly, he can obviously, we've seen him, he can work on the mat. Now the question is going to be, can he overcome the odds? Because, again, we see Joe Moakley at ringside here tonight, but wherever one member of the Dynamite Death Squad is, the rest are not far behind, except perhaps tonight Vern Vicalo, who we saw last time get attacked in the parking lot, not here tonight, will not be in action for a while as far as we know.
Yeah, we still have no idea what happened to Vern Vicalo. Dynamite Death Squad seemed to think that it was at the hands of Nightbreed. We still don't know. We didn't see it, but you're 100% right, MG. Vern Vicalo is definitely on the shelf.
And I spoke to Nightbreed earlier. They deny having anything to do with that. So I have no reason to disbelieve. I should say I spoke to Seth, and obviously Gallo not here tonight, but and now powered back to the corner. Oh, looking for the clean break, and Landon Hale providing the clean break there. And Owen Brody claiming his hair was pulled. I don't know which hair, maybe his beard? And Tony S. calling him out on it.
Who's Tony S. to talk?
And the crowd here appreciating the no BS of Tony S. as he takes control of the situation and tells Owen Brody essentially, shut your mouth and get back to defending your title.
Now, we are having some fun right now, but again, you mentioned the looming danger of the Dynamite Death Squad, who never sees an opportunity to get involved, especially in a match with such high ramifications as this one right here, and that's got to be in the back of the mind of Landon Hale.
Absolutely, and just last month, we witnessed Stiff Mike lose the title in his first defense of it. That is a black mark on the guy's record. Nobody wants to be the guy that couldn't defend his title. There's a roll-up, but Owen Brody able to kick out. Nobody wants to be that guy, but Owen Brody in that spot tonight. If he could very well lose this title in his first defense here tonight.
I'll tell you, that'd be incredible, but...
Oh, nice technique there. Sweeps the legs. Landon Hale covering up a little bit. Now, uses those legs. Now trying to apply that cross arm breaker. Can't quite break the, look at the technique there by Owen Brody, locking those hands to prevent the cross arm breaker, and turns it into a pinning combination. Stacked him up, but Hale able to get out of there, and now Owen Brody right back to it with that front face lock.
Again, no matter when you see Owen Brody on the receiving end.
Oh, beautiful right there. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that was absolutely gorgeous, and it's actually a testament to what I was just about to say. Anytime you see Owen Brody, oh, look at this.
Swept the legs there, and now wrenching that ankle, and that pain that sends up and down the entire leg area. That knee is just contorted.
Looks like he's going to go out and take a breather.
As well he should. I'll tell you what, Landon Hale, we talked about his technique. A guy like that, you know, you take away a leg from a guy, there's not a whole lot they can do. You don't want to be the one-legged guy in the ass-kicking contest.
Absolutely not. And we've yet to mention, well, here we go, the APW faithful now firmly behind Landon Hale.
I'll tell you, I said from the beginning, it wasn't going to take this guy long to win these fans over.
Well, as I was saying just a second ago, we've yet to address the lower body injury of one Champagne Joe Moakley.
Yeah, I wasn't here for that particular incident, if you want to enlighten the fans at home.
Look at this.
Tiger Fang kick in that corner, and now Landon Hale ready to springboard. Here it comes, big clothesline. That could do it. We could have a new champion right here. And and Brody able to kick out at 2. I tell you what, Drew, I thought we were crowning a new champion right there.
Just like that, the snap of a finger, Landon Hale switches gears, takes it to the air.
So explosive, Landon Hale, big time opportunity. Owen Brody fortunate to still be in this thing. Hale ducks that clothesline. Now back to that full Nelson. He's got those fingers locked too. Now this is going to be tough. Oh, Brody tries to drop out, but Hale right there rolls through with him. Beautiful scouting there by Landon Hale. And right back into that, and there you go. That's, I thought he was just going for the ropes to get the break, but instead he dropped Hale's throat across that top rope. Excellent, excellent maneuver there by Owen Brody. And now back to that side headlock takeover. And it feels like we're almost back to where we started here.
That's right.
Rolls him over.
See, anytime you think that the New England champion Owen Brody's down and out, you got to know that in the back of his mind, he's got that game plan. He knows how to get out of any situation. That's why he's got the New England title.
You called him, calling him the technician. To me, the word I would use for Owen Brody is resourceful. He finds a way, whether it by legitimate means or not, he will find a way out of a maneuver, out of a hold, out of a match if he needs to. He will find a way to walk out with the winner's share of the purse. There's that leapfrog, beautiful agility show. Hale rolls over.
Oh, unreal.
And Hale, I think, was going perhaps for the, looks like he might have been going for that show of respect, but Owen Brody nothing to do with it, and Hale says, fine, I'll just drop kick you in the mouth.
Well, at the rate this thing is going, it looks like Pikeville, Kentucky is going to be getting themselves a New England champion if Owen Brody doesn't get it together on the hurry.
Does it then become the Southeast Championship? How do we do that?
Wow.
Oh, that's something you don't want a bunch of people to chant at you at one time.
Absolutely not.
Joe Moakley ever observant as to what's going on, always with his eyes on. Oh, and Owen Brody trips. He trips getting back into the ring. And now he's throwing a temper tantrum.
Oh, look, Joe Moakley now has got the...
Oh, Moak, that, I will tell you what. I'll tell you what, Drew. Don't buy it for a second. That was the plan. That was what they came up with on the floor. I'll tell you, you don't have to like it. It is definitely underhanded, but that was a brilliant, brilliant maneuver and plan by Moakley.
Again, the chess player one step ahead. Proved it right there.
Moakley earns his money in a guy's corner. There's no doubt about it. I find him disgusting. I find the things he does to be deplorable, but the end result is if you are under the umbrella of Joe Moakley, typically here in APW, that leads to a lot of success. And Owen Brody just saw some of that payoff right there as he's got Landon Hale in that corner now with those punches and elbows. Hale is looking staggered right now. Brody going to send him out to the other side into that turnbuckle. Turns, he's going to charge in. And oh, look at that. Corner clothesline by Brody.
And just like that, the New England champion's in the driver's seat.
Right into the cover, perhaps wasted way too much time there. Only gets the 1 count, but you see Landon Hale favoring that shoulder already. I wonder if maybe one of those falls he took a bad impact on that shoulder. Shot to the midsection now. And executing that chop, but even while executing that chop, you can still see that left arm sort of hanging there. Doesn't look like he's able to put much behind that. Brody going to send him off the ropes. Beautiful spinning elbow by the New England champion, and Hale in a whole lot of trouble. Into the cover, deep hook in the leg, but only 2.
Let's take another quick second to thank all the wonderful fans watching at home on Fight TV. This is history in the making here tonight.
Absolutely, and of course we do not want to forget the wonderful fans here at the APW Arena month in, month out. They have supported us through a pandemic. They've been here into the cover now too, and they are as much a part of this as anybody here. So thank you all who have ever bought a ticket to APW. You're all a part of this moment we're sharing. But right now, the only moment Owen Brody is concerned with is the moment he can leave here with the New England Championship.
I hate to say this because it goes against everything I said about Owen Brody before, but I kind of got the feeling that he's thrown off his game plan just a little bit here tonight.
It feels like every time Owen Brody is in control, Landon Hale is able to reverse momentum. But Brody quickly cuts him off every time, too, as we just saw right there, reversing that whip into the corner. And again, another clothesline, this time keeping his feet in the ring and charging in full impact into that corner and sends Hale out. But again, perhaps taking too long to execute that lateral press and not hooking the leg. Not really a trademark, not something you see typically from a technician like Owen Brody, forgetting to hook that leg. Perhaps a little cockiness showing there.
Well, there's a slight hint of desperation behind all of Owen Brody's moves right now. So again, it's got to tell me, I think Landon Hale's renting a little bit of space in his mind. Not a good situation for the New England champion.
And Hale firing off those elbows to the midsection now. Punch, trying to break the hold, but Brody perhaps grabbing the hair there a little bit and pulling Hale back down to the mat. And you see it, back of Hale's head just slammed off that canvas, and he's holding it. He's none the worse for wear right now.
Ref better keep an eye on Champagne Joe.
You need two referees anytime Moakley's out here, and there you see why. Choking Hale, come on, ref. Tony, he's choking him on the ropes, Tony, come on. Unbelievable. Moakley somehow able to get away with it every time. Here he goes, got him up, goes for that backbreaker. I think the knee of Owen Brody perhaps buckled a little bit, didn't get all of it, but there's the cover. Still got it too. So much punishment now to Landon Hale. And I got to tell you, we've seen Brody work the arm, we've seen him work the leg a little bit, and now we're seeing him go to work on the back. He is systematically breaking down Landon Hale in front of us.
Absolutely, and it looks like once again he's going to go back to that. I can't see from this vantage point here, but it looks like he's got the chin lock now applied. I'll tell you,
after a well-placed knee right between the shoulder blades, and if you've never taken a knee to the shoulder blades with full impact, it will take your freaking breath away.
Yeah, no thank you.
Now Hale trying to somehow create some separation, trying to break those hands of Owen Brody. Brody tenacious, holding on, finally gets those hands broken. Hale off the ropes, ducks the clothesline. Brody off the other side. Now we've got a little cat and mouse here. Double clothesline, both men down in the center of the ring. I'll tell you, Drew, it's Rocky and Apollo here, and it might come down to who's the first one to their feet, if you know what I'm saying.
Absolutely. And you can't really say either one of them have taken more punishment than the next. This has been a 50-50 affair from the very beginning.
Absolutely, back and forth contest. Both men now fighting to get to their knees, center of the ring.
Oh, here we go. We're going to get an old school slugfest here.
Oh, man, wow. They are trading shots in the center of the ring. Both men now staggering up to their feet. Both men a little rubber-legged here, but they are trading shots, and Brody some stiff forearms in the middle of the ring. Big clothesline by Hale. This might be his opening. This might be his opportunity. Back elbow. Now it's staggering. I was going to say Owen Brody staggering, but no. Running Rana! A running Rana by Landon Hale. Charges the corner. Discus lariat into the corner. Pulls him out off the ropes. Sling blade, center of the ring, hooks the leg. Both legs are hooked. That's big. Oh, my God. Oh, Drew, how Owen Brody got out of that. And you can see the look on Joe Moakley's face says it all. He thought, he was sure, as was I, we had a new champion right there.
There was not one fan in the APW arena who wasn't on the edge of their seats for that pin attempt right there. Unbelievable.
You could have slipped a piece of paper under the shoulder blade of Owen Brody, but it was up just enough to get the 2 count there. And now right back at it again, center of the ring, both men exchanging shots. This has been as physical a New England title match as I can remember. Handstand springboard, cutter!
He calls that one the hailstorm. This could be it, folks.
He's got him up, going for an angle slam type maneuver.
Lights out, that's it.
Into the cover, 2, no! 2 is all he could get.
Unbelievable.
was lights out. Lights out was from the fireman's carry position, if I'm not mistaken. But we will see as we go along here. And now he's calling for something.
This has got to be
he
it
said
right
lights
here.
out, lights out. He said it right now. He's going for that finishing maneuver. Here it comes. He's got him out. This is the lights out, ladies and gentlemen. This is a move that has secured so many victories for Landon Hale, and it will bring him the APW New England Championship here tonight, bud. We got a new champion.
Absolutely unbelievable.
We have a new champion. We have a brand new APW New England champion, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, this is history in the making. Well, hold on.
Wait, what's going on? Adam! Ladies and gentlemen, our on brand champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention, please. The 20-minute time limit has expired. This match is a draw.
That has got to be absolutely gut-wrenching for Landon Hale.
Oh my God! Literally, a second, more in this match. We haven't.
Oh, it doesn't get any more disappointing.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention, please. Gentlemen in the ring, if I could have your attention for just a moment. Managing partner Mike Girard has just informed me that there must be a winner in this match. We are going to restart this match. Sudden death. I need that title back.
I love it. Fans, and by Landon. Oh, whoa, Danny Miles just slapped the taste out of Landon Hale's mouth. And Hale, shotgun drop kick into the corner as Brody was staggering in as the bell rang. And now Hale is a house of fire. What an unbelievable opening to APW. New dawn here. This is exactly the kind of action APW.
Oh, wait a minute.
He's got those brass knucks. Those brass knucks. Those are the exact brass knucks that Owen Brody used to defeat Stiff Mike. What a piece of garbage Moakley is. Owen Brody now to the top rope. Landon Hale has to have something left, hopefully. It cannot happen like this. Big elbow by Brody into the cover. And oh my God, the Death Squad does it again.
Your winner by pinfall, and still Atlantic Pro Wrestling New England champion, Owen Brody.
Literally saved by the bell. Literally.
Ladies and gentlemen, Landon Hale came all the way up from Pikeville, Kentucky, only to get robbed here tonight at the APW Arena. A millisecond to that time limit draw, and Landon Hale would be holding that belt aloft right now. However, unfortunately, due to the time limit and due, of course, to Champagne Joe Moakley, that belt will remain in the hands of Owen Brody. And of course, Danny Miles had his say in the match. And the Death Squad might be down a member tonight. He wants me to tell you he's still a champion. I just did that. And of course, Danny Miles with that Cheshire Cat grin on his face. He's got a date with Sethrin later tonight, though. I don't think he'll be smiling so much later. But we will see. And while we're talking about the Death Squad, we should mention later on here tonight, we will see Dynamite Danny Miles back out here as he will take on Sethrin, one half of Nightbreed, and the stakes of that match, Drew, so very high.
Absolutely, but I got to tell you, as heartbreaking of a loss as this was for Landon Hale, take nothing away from this man. What an unbelievable showing here tonight, and he is getting the love from the APW faithful. Much deserved.
Absolutely, but later on in that match, if Sethrin loses, Nightbreed can never get another shot at the APW tag team titles. That is, they've controlled those titles for the better part of 2 years, and the idea that they won't be able to have any involvement with them is just staggering, and we will see how that plays out later tonight. We, of course, still have our Hardcore Debutantes Ball we talked about. We have an amazing tag team main event still to come. So much action And up next, we are going to see two of the longest tenured veterans here in New England go head-to-head in what I guarantee you will be a knockdown, drag-out match.
Yeah, I'm hyped for this one.
We are going to have H2O Ryan Waters going one-on-one with Stiff Mike. We're going to have that next. Let's go up to Adam Salzer for our official introductions.